computers.
Really? You took all
Yep.
my computers?
Took them all. Let's see. Computers. Queue up some of those.
So, go ahead and back to the, oh, helmet on. Back to the, video, not video, tabletop
Mm-hmm.
conversation.
Yes.
Um, my, I've actually played two different Star Wars tabletops. Which one was the one that was basically D&D 3.5 in space.
Right.
In space. And the other one was using a D6 system, which is the like ancient tabletop uh, or Star Wars tabletop, at least in game years.
Yeah.
It's old. I'm sure the people that play it don't feel ancient.
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
Yeah,
Where am I going? Where am I going?
3. There we go.
How do you restart the timer in here?
Um, look at the timer control, or get to the timer, and hit
Mm-hmm.
start.
Tim timer. Start.
And it should run on its own from there on. Bug.
Did once.
It should just it doesn't. That one's not set to automatically always.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
it instantly goes. It's
Gotcha. It's the instant one.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Had to kill that spider. Bad spider.
Oh, so you did make it back in?
Yep.
Yeah, you did. I had an odd
4, 5.
odd glitch over here just a while ago. You know how when you grind something down, occasionally you get its GPS location kind of squiggly flashing in front of you a little bit?
Yeah.
I had a rotor flashing at the old planet where we originally spawned in and everything, like 5,000 kilometers away. It's weird. I'm like, what? Who's here and who's playing on this game?
How do you run out of computers that fast, man?
Assemblers, man, 80 each.
I mean, there's 1,457 in the primary component.
Well, I mean, I ran out of them in my inventory.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah. Okay.
all right. So those now drill. I haven't actually looked at the new drill model. Large ship drill.
Yeah. What the? That was weird. There's some weird things going on here now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like when I jumped off, I was in between assemblers, and I kind of took off and hit my jetpack, and it's like I was drug up, like something grabbed me and pulled me up, and I wasn't moving any of my buttons. It was so weird.
that.
It's like the mighty hand of Klang just pulled down and pulled me out of the ground. Maybe he's forgiven me now.
A great hand reaching out of the stars.
Reaching across the stars.
Well, I was quoting Malari.
Yeah, it was reaching across the stars.
Oh,
Yeah. The Great Centauri Empire.
oh, I thought it was The one was the dream that when he was talking about his dream. That
Might have
was
been. It might have been.
that was where the one I was referencing came from.
Okay.
Because
How many got left?
there
Hmm?
are there are a lot of lines like that in with him in
Yeah,
that show. Malari's character arc is amazing.
it really is.
Okay, I need 40 construction components. Yeah, this drill is not going to be nearly as efficient as the other one.
Small sacrifices.
Computers, motors. Okay, I can't carry large steel plates, so or not steel plates, steel tubes.
So when we get Tim up and operating through the assemblers, if we manually queue up something in a Tim locked, well not Tim locked, but Tim operating assembler, will it still work?
Sort of. Um, I would suggest having a couple of non-Tim assemblers.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course we are. But I think we're going to have like 12 total.
It gets grumpy. Let's just say that.
Okay. We can set like we can set 6 of them to the primary things we run out of. Just keep those made at all times.
Yep. And they should be able to get angles past the other legs. So,
Alright, which modules do we want on the assemblers?
um, good question.
I'm going to be sticking some power on there, of course, to, well, I mean, they can only use 2 of them. They can't use 1 of them. So I guess you just split it up between the 2.
Yeah.
1 power, 3 production per, and that should be zipping through all the stuff.
Yeah. Motors and
Productivity and power. Modular.
motors and wait. I'm trying to. Doesn't the production just I'm not sure if we're not just throwing away basically 2 of the modules by doing that. You know? I'm not sure how that works out.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know if there's penalties to using the
Oh, stacking them?
yeah, like if you put well, I'm not sure if like say the power module decreases production. And I'm pretty sure the production module increases power use.
Hmm.
You see what I'm why
Yeah. It's
I'm
just
not
they were canceling each other out.
yeah, I'm not sure. So that's kind of why
Well, I mean, our production is cranked up pretty high. I mean, we don't have to use the production modules. You can do all power.
true.
We'll do that. Power
Alright.
is not exactly something we need to be squandering here anyway.
Right. Okay. So last thing to do will be I need to turn things on and off and stuff like that. So, Okay, so we're no longer attached.
Whoops.
Yeah, now we're no longer attached.
Here's my hydrogen. Still got a whole tank.
Okay. So now if I go in and go turrets, corn turrets. Okay. G groups, corn turrets, on and off, and 3. Alright, I've got a... Oh, I have no power, therefore things... What? What? Oh, wow, somehow we lost all our fuel in my large reactors.
How?
I don't know, but I had the reactors off for that reason.
Wait, it was connected up, wasn't it?
I thought I'd turned their connectors points off as well, so...
Oh.
But I guess, since I had 1,000... If we have close to... oh, Tim pulled it out. Because it's an ingot.
Tim, you being a bad boy.
It's an ingot, so Tim pulled it out.
Tim's being a Timmy.
Yep. Oh, Lord. That scared the hell out of me. I ran out of hydrogen with all of the uranium on me.
Oh, oh no. Oh, fully clenched.
Yeah, I slowed my descent by landing or clipping the docking port for the Cornelius, bounced off of that and landed on the next outcropping over.
Wow.
Just fine.
So, what were your thoughts on the new Planet of the Apes movies?
Good Lord, man.
Hold that thought.
Yeah. My thoughts, well, okay, what the hell is going on here? Oh, I know what's going on. It's because that's a second grid.
What is going on over there?
I made a mistake. And I'm trying to recover from it. How many of my landing gear are touching?
Whoa.
Are any of my landing gear locked? There we go.
Okay,
Ooh.
it's settled down.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did a stoop. You want to know what the stoop is?
Uh-oh, I'm trapped in its orbit. What's that?
The drill is a separate grid.
Yes, it is.
So, what I guess I'm going to have to do now is pull the drill apart or build a small storage container up top and then grind the drill out and store everything up there or in a separate small storage container that's not hooked up to anything.
Yeah. Man, that was getting kind of... I got a little scary over there.
I knew as soon as everything started happening, I knew exactly what I'd done.
So can I assume by your initial reaction that you're not a fan of the new movies?
Well, since I wasn't really a fan of the old ones either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't I didn't feel one way or the other about them. If that
Okay.
makes it, I didn't like dislike them for
Just
or
not your
anything.
thing.
Yeah, I. The concept is interesting, and it's a social dynamic
Hmm.
story that has some unique um, playthings
Yeah.
to it, but yeah, I didn't feel like it was a major thing one way or the other. I didn't. I liked the idea that they're continuing. I thought that um, the more recent one,
Yes.
um, the one with the war between humans and um, the apes
Hmm.
was a better movie than the original one of that. When it the
When
is
Caesar
that
was still growing up.
well the equivalent to the in the old series,
Yeah.
because I'm the equivalent to that movie in the old series I felt was not really that good. So
Not sure I'm following exactly. The initial reboot remake I wasn't the biggest fan of. Um, they tried too hard to make it like the original. Um, but the ones that started out with Caesar just being an ape, unable to speak, unable to do anything, and growing up and learning man's nastiness and everything, I enjoyed it a lot.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is that I like that one, but
Yeah.
have you you know the original, they had a whole the apes being used like slaves
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
There were some um, there's some equivalency in the stories, and when you look at the overall plot line,
Hmm.
and that's I
Oh,
liked
excuse me.
the new ones with Caesar more than their equivalents in the old series.
Okay, I get what you're saying, and I honestly have to agree. Now, to me, it carries a soft spot for me because I did enjoy the first ones, but yeah, I do very much enjoy the newer ones more. What was I doing? Oh, I can actually tear this stuff down over here now.
You know, there's a solar panel on the ground over here.
Yeah, I think that's there from when we were repairing from the last flop.
Ah, the only thing I really dislike about the new models
Hmm.
is the way they look, the construction states.
Yeah, they're a little off. Maybe a little too shiny.
Yes, except for the landing gear. The landing gear look rusted to me when
Yeah.
their initial state. So, all right, what resource do we really want first?
Um, I don't know. We have to go up and look at the doodad up here.
Why don't you go out and look, and I will.
Darn, too far away to look inside. I have to go around a long way and look. Yep, give me a moment, and I will have a looky see.
Oh, Cornelius, do not do that. That is terrifying. The Cornelius rubber banded while I was flying
Oh, lovely.
it.
Always fun. Okay, let's see. The shortest thing we're on is cobalt and gold.
Okay, so I am going to go. I'll do two mining pivots. I'll do one in the gold area
Hmm.
and one in an area that has cobalt.
Sounds good to me.
Good lord, the audio effect
Hmm.
when you're slowing ships is just fun. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing anything on my end. I just kind of stopped.
I can't see you.
Well, I'm not touching the keys, so hopefully things don't
Okay.
go. But I'm still frozen. Alright, I heard an audio for a tick. There we go. I'm back. I wish there was a way I could set, like,
Hmm.
your rules for flying the ship. Like, this thing is not supposed to rock in any
Override your
direction.
gyros.
Yeah, I could do that.
Alright, well, those make...
It's supposed to be pretty much stable flight. Easy for me
Somewhat.
to say. Alright. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be just stable in flight.
And we're short on construction points as well.
Alright. Boom, boom,
So,
boom, boom.
even though I said that I wasn't much of a
Da-da-da.
book reader, I was listening to some audiobooks and read a little bit of the Dresden Files. That was enjoyable.
Ah, those are... Yeah,
I think
I
I've
like
I
those stories.
think I've made it to the White Knight, so don't spoil
And,
anything for me.
okay. How am I missing large steel
I don't
tubes?
know.
I'm missing 8 large steel tubes. So I'll have to run back to base. Yay. At least I have the interior turrets up so they can defend the ship. But now the series that I enjoyed, and I
Hmm.
have the entire series on audiobook. Um, the Wheel of Time series. It's really good. I enjoyed it. I think that the later books, after
Hmm.
the original author passed away, um, the problem that the original author had, Robert Jordan, and he had an incredible story. He gets hung up on some of the detail,
I can understand that.
and and I mean, not that that's, I mean, good detail, good quantity of detail is helps quite a bit with stories, but there are some problems with it. One of the bigger ones being that um, the first, basically, if you, the first book's
Hmm.
good and you can excuse the detail issue, but you get to the second book, and reading the book becomes a chore.
Yep. When I have this little world kind of locked up in my head that I would love to get out on paper one day. Um, but every time I try to write, every single time I try to write, I end up writing a freaking history book instead. Instead of a story, I'm writing a history book, and then I get discouraged, and I quit. But I have some history, some economics, some cultural, just tidbits here and there that I've worked on for a while, and I've changed from wanting it to be a book series to a graphic novel to hell, an online comic would work fine with me at this point. Um, there's just a story in my head I want to get out. And funny thing is, it started as a fan fiction of a video game way back. Like Super Nintendo days way back.
Okay. Advanced Rotor. Do I have...
Do you recall a game
Really?
called Demon's Crest? I'd rented it multiple times
I've
when I
heard
was
of it.
younger. Loved it. It was hard as nails, though. Um, it kind of took place in that world, and then that world became its own.
Ah.
What happened?
Interesting issue I had here. I turned the drills on and they fell out of the
What?
rotor.
That did you not grind them down and re-weld them up?
Yeah, I did, but
And it
no,
just
I
fell out.
I haven't started drilling yet.
Wow.
Yes. Advanced rotor.
Oh, pick up
Add
some ice
rotor
while you're out there,
head.
if you can.
Shh. Okay. 7. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the pistons never attached to the
It's
rotor.
fun.
I, yeah, the pistons are not it's hmm. This is frustrating. I guess grind down the advanced rotor and put it back on.